Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We will all die one day. That is a fact. But the real question is, what happens after we die? Is death the end of everything, or is it the beginning of real life? Today we will look at this in two ways. First, what Islam says, then what science says, and in the end, what this means for us. Let's begin. First, the Islamic perspective. In Islam, death is not the end. It is a transition from one world to another. When a person's time comes, the angel of death, Azrael, takes the soul by the command of Allah. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, taught that if a person is a believer, the soul leaves gently and peacefully. But if someone rejected the truth and lived in denial, the moment of death can be difficult. After the soul leaves the body remains in this world. But the soul moves into a new stage of existence. This stage is called Barzakh. Barzakh is the life between death and the day of judgment. It is not just sleep. It is a real experience. In the grave, two angels come, Munkar and Nakir. They ask three questions. Who is your Lord? What is your religion? Who is your prophet? For the one who lived with faith, the answers come easily. The grave becomes wide and peaceful. But for the one who ignored Allah, the grave becomes a place of difficulty. This continues until the day of resurrection. Then one day, the angel Israfil will blow the trumpet. Everything will be destroyed. Then it will be blown again. Every human being will rise from their grave. This day is called Yawm al-Qiyamah, the day of judgment. On that day, no one can hide. No one can escape. Every action will be shown. Every word, every intention, even something as small as a seed will be accounted for. Then the deeds will be weighed on the scale. Every person must cross a bridge called the Sirat. Those who believed and did good will cross safely. Then comes the final decision. One destination is Jannah, eternal peace, happiness, no pain, no fear. The other is Jahannam, a place of punishment for those who rejected the truth and refused to change. That is the Islamic explanation. Now let's look at science. Science says that when a person dies, the heart stops beating. Oxygen no longer reaches the brain. Within minutes, brain cells begin to shut down. The body slowly breaks down. This is biological death. But there is still a question. What happens to consciousness? Science has not been able to measure the soul. We cannot see it. We cannot weigh it. Yet we know consciousness exists. Some people report what is called a near-death experience, or NDE. These are people who were clinically dead for a short time and then came back. Some say they saw their body from above. Some describe seeing a bright light. Others describe feeling deep peace. Scientists suggest these experiences may be caused by brain, chemistry, or lack of oxygen. But the truth is, science still does not have a final answer about what happens to consciousness after death. And here is where Islam and science take different paths. Science focuses on the physical body. Islam speaks about the soul and the unseen. Science says death is the end of biological function. Islam says death is the end of the test and the beginning of real life. So what does this mean for us? One thing is clear. We will not live here forever. Our time is limited. What we do matters. If Islam is true, then this life is a test. And if someone only follows science, even then one fact remains: life is short. So how should we live? With arrogance or with responsibility? If we believe we will be held accountable, we will avoid injustice. We will not hurt others. We will try to live honestly. Death is not something to panic about. It is something to prepare for. Because death is a door, not an end. Today we are alive. We are breathing. But one day, our names will exist only in memory. So now is the time to correct ourselves. Now is the time to ask forgiveness. Now is the time to build good deeds. Because when death arrives, there will be no second chance. May Allah grant us a good ending. May our graves be gardens of peace. And may our final home be Jannah. Ameen.